Hey everybody, Ralph here on day 3 of the FMD challenge. I've done the water fasts several times in the past, and day 3 has always been my toughest day. It's the day where I sort of, I hit a wall and I'm like, do I really want to continue doing this? And, at least one of the times I just quit on day 3 because I decided I didn't want to continue doing it. This time I'm definitely hungry today. I've been conscious of the hunger pretty much all day. It didn't help that I had a really physically active day and a less mentally active day. So, my mind wasn't occupied with, work stuff, and normally I need that to sort of get through a fast. And I was busy, moving some furniture and physical stuff today. So definitely noticing the hunger more today, but, not as much as I did when I was doing just pure water fasts. So I think that's a win. Today, instead of, again, I don't want to just, bore you with showing myself preparing instant soups. So what I thought I'd do today is I'm kind of digging into the ingredients that go into this Prolon version of the fast mimicking diet, because, among their claims is that it contains ingredients that you can't buy yourself. So one of the things that I noticed is, they have this, every morning you're eating for breakfast something called an L bar, and in several of the meals you eat for dessert after your dinner, something called a Choco-Krisp bar. And so I was curious about those ingredients, and in particular I was curious because the I don't know if you guys will be able to read this when I hold it up. Let me peek around the side and see if that's possible. I could sort of come into there, but now it's reversed on you, so probably it's not going to be all that readable. But the main ingredient in a Choco-Krisp is something called Inulin, and it also is featured as a prominent ingredient in the L bar that you're eating for breakfast. So I was curious about Inulin. I've heard about it, but I've never really researched it much at all. So I was curious about its inclusion here. So I did a little digging into Inulin. So here's the story with that. If you go look at the official website of the people who make Inulin, they say on their website quite proudly that it has 60% of the sweetness of sugar, but less than half the calories of sugar. On the other hand, if you go look at some of the highest ranked websites talking about Inulin in Google search, there are people saying that it is a fiber with no calories at all, and it's great for your probiotic health, etc. So that information from the official website versus the information that various nutritionists and health experts are saying, I thought was curious. So I did what I usually do, which is go and looked at original research, and here's the story. Inulin is a fiber that occurs in a lot of plants, but most of the time when you find it in processed foods like the Choco bar and this L bar, it is derived from chicory root. And it is true that it is a fiber that is not processed by the upper intestine. But it does pass to the lower intestine, where it does promote probiotic health and promotes good bacteria. But it is also, broken down in the lower intestine for energy. And so it is not calorie-free. And according to the Journal of Nutrition, their recommendation is that when used in food, it be given a caloric value of 1.4 kilocalories per gram, which is, as the official producer's website says, a little less than half the calories that might be in sugar. Just some other information about it, besides the fact that it does indeed have calories, but less than half of sugar. It is also known as fructan, not to be confused with fructose, and also is known as an oligosaccharide. I'm sure I butchered the pronunciation of that, but you guys get the idea. Saccharides are, also carbohydrates. So it is a source of carbohydrates, but obviously a much healthier source than one might find, sugar or simple carbohydrates. So that's kind of the story on the Inulin, which is, interestingly enough, the primary ingredient, the main ingredient in the Choco-Krisp. And as a side note, and not completely unrelated, I found myself with a lot of gas on day 2 and a little bit of diarrhea. And that's indeed one of the side effects of Inulin, is because it goes down to the lower intestine and gets processed there. It's producing a gas called butyrate. So, the gas is a commonly reported side effect, and also a little bit of diarrhea is a common side effect. So I guess that explains that. On day 3, I'm not experiencing that, so I guess I'm over that hump. Anyway, so that's the story on Inulin and kind of my experience. I'm doing fine on the diet. A little bit of hunger today, definitely more than yesterday, but nothing near like the wall, that I normally get when I do a water fast. So that's all good. Hope you guys are doing great on your fast too. Keep me posted. Love some of the comments that we're getting in the forum. It looks like people are doing well on the diet, and that's a really good thing. So see you guys tomorrow, I guess, on day 4. Take care.